Hello and welcome to my craft room. It's Rhoda. Today we're doing the Roxy's Weekly Challenge Week 8, Fun Pockets for Journals. I chose the one pocket that I thought I could really do something with. It was a real large one at the end. Anyhow, I took some book page and I did some spray playing. I did some black soot. I did some pumice stone. And I toned it down a little bit with picket fence when my black was a little too much. As you can see, I kind of got there. And then I did a little bit of a mica spray, antique bronze. And I've had this stuff for a while. And Spellbinder, silk luster. And I sprinkled a little bit of that on there. I don't even think I can see it on this one. It kind of blends in after a while. Anyhow, so we got our book page. And we're going to round off the edge to be a nice straight edge. And these come out to be almost 6 inches. This one's going to have a little bit shy of 6 inches because of that one jaggedy part that went in too far. I'll just take my little cutter. I get the best results from using my X-Acto knife, so we're going to use that. Now, what I need to do is to fold it in half. The next step. Then we're going to reinforce the top because it's going to need it. I thought it would help because of going in and out with something from the pocket. The way these are supposed to work, let me find you a piece of paper. Okay, we're just going to assume this is the paper in the journal that this is going to go into. It is to wrap around the page like this. It gets glued down here and here. And the same for the other side, here and here. And then it's going to have a notch up here where it's making it a large pocket. And I thought those were a pretty neat little idea. Because you can do so many variations with this. Now, I went and made a, what would you call that? Just a single, I went with black, white, shades of gray. There's a word for it, and I just can't pop out with it right now. But that's what I'm going for, especially because I wanted to use some of my Tim Holtz people. Now, I'm going to show you several that I'm making at the end, but we're going to use these little ladies with their daughters. That's what I'm thinking of this. They've got their daughters with them, and it's going to have something to do with that, like unconditional love or something. I really thought that would be good. Have been trying to use up a lot of these Tim Holtz people. I don't think I've got as much as a lot of people, but I've got quite a few. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take 1.5 inches, and I can't go through this cardstock and this book page at the same time. So I have to punch once, and then I'm going to go and punch again. Though it wouldn't matter because you're not going to see it. It's going to be on 2 different pages. So they're not going to be seen as lining up or not lining up. The next step I'm doing is inking with some black soot. Just to keep our look going here. And in some cases you won't really see the inking because I've got a piece of paper that I'm going to also adhere down to my page to give it more interest. I hope everyone is doing well, having great weather. Oh, it's beautiful out there today. Got a little windy there for a while, but other than that, I hope everybody great weather and great health. And I got to get out today with Mom, or tomorrow with Mom, which will be Wednesday. Yeah, this is Tuesday. I'm filming ahead. And we have to go to a doctor's appointment, and I'll be hitting Hobby Lobby. I got to get in there and check for a few things that I might need. Yes, it always seems like you need something, doesn't it? I got all kinds of stuff, but I think I can always use more. It's the pack rat in me. All right, we got that done. Now, our next step is I've got this paper, and it's an old paper pad, and I'm sure it's from Walmart. It has to be with color block. But it was all black and white, and I thought, well, let me take that, and I will see what I can do with it. I thought, well, let's do a whole black and white theme. Let me get my little crumbs off of here first. And what we're going to do first is figure this out. We have this one that I thought could come from the top and go down. And it may be a little on the too big side. I don't know. You kind of got to just lay them out. Lay out pieces of paper, whatever you're going to use. And see how it works. Now see, I'm losing all of my spray. And I need to go and rip this down some more. Don't worry. I'm sure I can use this in a collage somewhere. It never fails. Alright, that's a little better. I've got a little interest on the page now. And this one needs a little bit more. A little bit more. Oh, goodness. And it's always hard to rip. Oh. When it goes into the page a tad. I'm still not happy with it here. And I went and took some journals. There's a store in town, and I didn't want to get on Etsy. I've been hearing so many things about it that I wanted to just see what I could do here. I tried the marketplace, and I don't think very many people in my area know what a junk journal is, or whatever you want to call what I do. So I went and I had a friend who I used to work with. Well, she's opening a shop with her sister, and she had like 10% is all they would take out for selling, and I don't have to be there. I don't, nothing. I just got to keep stocked. So I thought that was a great idea, and got to come up with different items and different themes and stuff like that to put on my table. I can do ephemera, which I believe is where these are going to go. This and the 4 other ones I'd made. And they can put them in their own journals, or they can go ahead and put them in one of mine if they so choose to buy one. I've been making them up, but I didn't have nowhere to go with them. So, I'm glad this came about. Alright, I think I'm going to get a little glue everywhere, because I glued over that thumb punch hole and didn't think about it. Right there. Alright, now I need to trim this down and thumb punch again to get that out of the way. And she comes up again with another challenge on Friday, so I had to get this done. I'm gonna be up the creek. I got this challenge, and I got another one I gotta film, because I need to finish the other one to help fill pockets on this journal I'm working on at the moment. There we go. I think that'll work. Now I'm gonna go back and ink a little bit, just to help give it a finished look. I didn't have it inked on a couple of the first ones I did, and it just, it looks blah. It just looks blah. I know I'm not a crazy inker like you see some, but I do like it from time to time. It really enhances things. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we are going to start working our little ladies on here. I've got a few punch outs. Ugh, if I can get on there. There we go. A few punch outs. There's one. And then, does this one have one? No, that one doesn't have any. Okay, who looks better? That way? Or that way? I think that way, because she's got the white hat and it kind of reflects against that. I've got some black elements here, or gray toned elements. Let's see. I have this window. I don't know. I think I like it over here better. I'm going to lay my stuff out. This is what they call not advertising, auditioning. I got the wrong word. Now I thought a little bit of book page. I'm on book page. I mean a little bit of music page wouldn't hurt. It adds a little bit of a light area in there, and you get to see the pretty little notes. This one here, we're going to work down below maybe. Let's see what it looks like down there. And I'm going to lose my, what do you call that little, the little thing that looks like a backwards S. Maybe we can put it down there, but I do need to rough up this edge. It never looks good when it's like that. Okay. Let's see about putting a little ink on it. At least where I'm going to see it. And then this one, I'm not quite sure where the ink will show on this one, so I'll just do the whole thing. That one part gets off the screen there, so we don't need to worry about it. All right, so we have that. We have that. And we have, what else? I have the unconditional love. Gosh, that's so big. I'm not sure it's even going to fit on here. Maybe up and down like that? I might have to. That's about the only way I can do it. Are they going to be able to stand on it? No, her hat's too tall. Let's see. Let's see if we can stand on it. In the cases of the other ones I did, I had to make sure, oh yeah, we can stand on it right here. Yeah, that'll work. I'm going to go ahead and start gluing some of this down. Yeah, I had to make sure I put a seat under some of the ladies. There were a lot of them were in the sitting position. And you always want to have them not floating, is what they say. You want to give them a base of some sort. All right, I don't feel like I need to put anything up behind here. What do you think? I think I will. I pulled it out to use it, and I'm going to use it. So we're going to throw it down real quick. All right, I'll put that here. That kind of lightens that up a tad. And then we're going to put our window over it. Well, I'm going to go to the side just a little bit, because I want to see that 12. Okay, line it up to the edge. This was a window, the window thing here. It's from the baseboards, the Windows set. And I went and I made a copy of it on the copy machine for something I was doing previously. And it worked. I had that extra piece, but it worked out really nice. I liked it. Okay, we're going to stick that right there. And then we're going to stick that right there. But I had that floating around. I need to use it. That's what I've been trying to do lately. Use what I got. Get rid of it. Find a home for it. That kind of thing. I want to thank my subscribers and my viewers. I think I have a little bit of both. And I've been posting, you know, lots of stuff over my Rhoda's Junk page. So the link is down in the description box. So I would love for you to come over and look and see what's going on, and maybe follow me. It's kind of fun. I'm always into something or trying to explain something. I think we're putting this flower there. I like it. It's interesting. And I need to use it. I went and did a bunch of die cuts to send to my friend Tommy. And she didn't have the flowers, I don't believe. So I did a few for myself. I do need to do some more, because these black die cuts of the flowers will go a long way. You can use them in so many different ways. Now, I did see, I think it was on Instagram or somewhere, where somebody had did a white die cut over a patterned piece, a pink and real pretty colored patterned piece, like spring colors, and it was very attractive. So just solid colors of this. You don't have to have them, painted up, or whatever. You see a lot of people do the dipping and things like that. It's all kinds of different ways to use them. Okay, we're going to do this. We're going to kind of see part of the clock in the window. There we go. You can come in and do washi tape on the edge. I can show you where I did that on a couple of them. I'm using anything that's a black and white or kind of a gray theme to help enhance the picture. But you don't want to go overboard. I sometimes will do that. I fully admit I keep adding and twitching and tweaking, and I work them too hard. Okay, let's see what we got. We're going to put our feet right here. I can see a little bit of the music. I'm good with that. Really, really good with that. There we go. There. That side is complete. Now we're going to work on the other one. I had these little pieces left over from another one of the challenges I'm getting ready to do, and I didn't know if I could use any, and I think I'll just save them for something else. Now I have this, it's supposed to be kisses and hugs, I believe. I do have that, and I think I might add it on here. I don't know. That doesn't look too bad. What else am I putting on here? I do have this big flower, and the only other flower, I have a plant. It's a green plant. Let me see. That almost looks like kind of what's behind there. I might use this. Okay, that looks like it's going to work. I'm going to put the music down first, because I would like to have the plant over it. And layering is one of the things I have said I want to practice with. I have a tendency to not want to cover something up. But boy, does layering really help. It really adds a lot to a piece. It adds interest and mystery. Let me put it like that. Because you're saying, oh, what is that behind there? I wonder what is on that layer. And you do different textures, different colors sometimes. And it really adds to everything you're doing. This little piece came out of this paper set, so they kind of all go together. Okay. There's that. I can trim off my extra piece here. We're done with that. There we go. And I am going to ink it because I want that to blend in. There we go. Now, our next piece of interest here is this. It always takes so much ink, glue to go over these. I think what you do, though, is just put a little smear or dab on it. Because the only problem, you have so much glue to put down. The first glue you've used is almost dry. So you got to move as fast as you can. And it's not any use using a glue stick on these things, because it would eat them up with all the different little pieces here and grooves. It teared up. Yeah, I didn't have any words on here that I really wanted to save. And a couple of the pieces I made use of the words, and they really helped. All right, this lady and her daughter. Oh, I did have a cutout right there. I didn't see it. You always have to, like, you have a little shine on it. Graylin? That was a squeaky door, wasn't it? I don't know if you heard it or not. Graylin, we're filming, Graylin. I'm getting ready to put a kitty on here, and then my kitty just come in. Isn't that something? He's always got a hungry bone in his body. He's 15 plus pounds, and he's forever hungry. Graylin, I'll feed you in a minute. Hang on. I got to finish this. I'm almost done. Be good boy. Now, I didn't put that little girl on anything, but I don't think I'm going to worry about it. I got the mama down to the base. I got a little kitty cat, and I wanted to use it. I wonder, maybe I can just put it in front of her, because we don't particularly need to see all of her dress. That would work. Wait a minute. Let me stand back and look. Do I need the kitty or don't I? No, we don't need a kitty. Sorry, Graylin. No kitty on this one. All right, that is all done. We are finished. Finite. Now we're going to look at all the other ones I did, and I think you'll get some ideas from all the different angles. Now, see where this one does not match? It doesn't matter. It's going to be on two sides of a page, so you won't see it. But here's that mama and her daughter. And then here's this mama and her daughter. I still might come back and put a little jewel or something in the middle of there. Or a dot. Or I'll just put me some hands on there. Alright, here's the other ones I made. Get my goodies out of the way so I can kind of spread them across here. Get all the crumbs off. Here's the next one. This I considered like history. It's like a history department. I use the word royal here for royal history. This has something about a university on it. And I'm hoping you can't see these little ladies' faces. It's almost like they almost cut the ladies' faces off. But here was a piece of, I didn't even trim it. Here was a piece of washi tape. I had a sparkly washi tape. And I used that along the bottom. I couldn't, they're setting, but I couldn't really put anything in there because, you know, her dress is over here. But that's how that one turned out. And then on this side, I used a little film strip that I had, and this has natural history store. I imagine these ladies worked in the natural history store at the museum. Okay, and there's that one. The next one is about friends. We have best friends on this page, and I got kindness hath milk and honey. I like the word kindness, but this is Mary, Alice, and Pearl. And I just have some little gigas up there, and then a little plant. I've got another one of the little tiny taggy things down here. The other side has this. They're younger here. If friends were flowers, I'd pick you. And I put in some hushed. I don't think that. I was just using the music notes for that. I did have to put them on a seat. And I've got class C number 1 because they're so young they probably ain't go to class. This one is etiquette. We have an old timey lady here. She is sitting on, it's like a window box to me. You can see some of the music and a few little pieces, and I have a definition here. It was black and white, hey, so I went with it. And over here is noteworthy. Now, the etiquette came out of a magazine. Look at your magazines, and this came out of an old newspaper. I'm a genealogy, so I'm always going into an old newspaper in the microfilms and looking for obituaries and articles. And I found that in there, and I thought, oh, I love that. It was probably the 50s or 60s, and it really worked. So there's that lady. And our last one is, oh, yep, this is the side I'll show you first. This is friendship. I imagine these two ladies were friends. They've been going all over the world. They've been to London to see the Queen and to greet the Queen. I don't know how that worked out, but see, to greet the Queen. And then they were soulmates. They were just like through life. They were together all through life. And I have a little bit of that paper I was telling you I was trying to use up. I have a little bit more music here. Another one of the pretty flowers. Yeah, they start out as pretty lilies, young and beautiful, and then they age into a pretty daisy who's steadfast and friendly and honest. Well, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed all of my Roxy's creation this week. And come back again and visit me some other time. Everybody have a great day. Bye-bye.